foundational observations about human nature are: everyone is born upside down, you can't change anyone, and we're all looking for a hero. So what do we do with this? Now that we understand these three observations, what do we do with that? How do we apply that to our own personal leadership? Well, the first idea is that if we're upside down, we're going to use an upside down model of leadership. If you were to really take a good look at all of our businesses and companies around our country or even the world, you would find that the majority of them are really an upside down business model. In other words, it's based on power, or it's based on individual needs, meeting your own needs. So if you're a leader in an organization like that, you would fit in just fine if you're looking out for number one and you're trying to use the people around you to get the results that you need, because that's what seems natural. So I want to introduce to you the upside down triangle model to give you an idea of how these fundamental observations really play out when we move into a leadership position. This is where the boss is at the top, or the king is at the top, or the CEO is at the top, or the owner of the business is at the top, and it's the job of all of the hired hands to serve that person. And so it's a top-down leadership model that's all based on authority. John Maxwell would call this level one leadership, where it's the title. People do what you ask because you have a title, or because they have to. And so, unfortunately, this is the most popular business model that there is in our whole country, simply because it really is what comes natural. See, when we're born upside down, it stands to reason that we're gonna use an upside down model of leadership as well. So let's talk about how we can flip this triangle upside down and present to you a better leadership model that actually works. So in this model, we've got the leader on the bottom here. The leader's on the bottom, the triangle is upside down, and we've got all of the little people, all of the employees working at the top. Now in this model, this is different because it's the leader's job to serve the people that work for them. See, when they serve the people that work for them, they're empowering them. They're giving them everything that they need to be successful. See, going back to the three foundational observations, you can't change anyone, but you can influence people. And if you can serve them, you can influence them. Going back to this one, you can threaten people, you can put fear, you can command them to do things, but you can't change them. And when you try to change them through rules and through authority, it just isn't going to work. But this model is the only way that you can get somebody to buy into the idea of what you're doing. And they're only going to buy in when they know that you care, and when they know that they are being served by their leader. Again, the third foundational observation is we're all looking for a hero. See, people are looking for a leader like this to work for. And most people have worked for leaders like this and they move on. Why? Because they're looking for this guy or this gal. They're moving on until they find this. There's so many people changing jobs these days. They're going from one place to another because they're looking for a great place to work. They're looking for a place that has the triangle the right way, so that they can work for a leader that leads the right way. So here's the reality of the situation. If you're stuck in this kind of a model, and you're either the leader that uses authority, or you're a person in the system and you are working for an authoritative person, there is hope. You can get out. You can get out, and there is hope because there's a different way of doing things. I would encourage you to make sure that when you are seeking employment, or you're finding the right place for you in the world, with whether it be owning your own business or working for other people or partnering up or starting an organization, whatever it is, that you start with this, or that you find this. You go out and find this kind of an organization to work for, and find a great leader, or find a group of great leaders to work for, because it will make all the difference in the world. And you as a leader, you need to be this kind of a leader. This model here is called the servant leadership model.